insisting there's probably somewhere else I should be, but it's not on my knowing. I started fearing it'll never be. House on the table, getting the stars and the medals. I'm craving alcohol, but what for? Just trying to keep up. Kids in the driveway, a car by the door. But that's just eventually. That's just eventually, if at all. Don't do yourself dirty, dwelling over 30. Life will come easy if you're in it for the long.
Good morning, my sweet friends. I came out here this morning next to the pond, and I thought I would have my morning coffee and chat with you guys while we just kind of sit in this beautiful place. I feel like every time I come out here, especially when it's early in the morning, I notice a new species of bird or bee. I've actually seen some bunnies out here as well that I have not yet managed to capture on footage for you guys, but I am working on doing that. Oh my gosh, they just turned on the fountain. What time is it? They must turn it on at 8 a.m. I gotta get some footage of this for you guys so you can see what I am seeing. It is so beautiful. I love that sound. I could listen to that every morning. What was I saying? Yeah, Olive and I are here at the same RV park where we were in our last video. And if you're new here, I'm Casey. I live in my self-converted camper van full-time on the road with my cat Olive, and we are currently taking refuge at an RV park in Texas to try to survive the summer heat. If we were traveling right now, we would not have the kind of power in our battery bank to sustain running our air conditioner to the extent that we need to right now. So we came to this RV park basically just to be able to hook up to shore power and find a little bit of comfort and just kind of wait for this heat wave to pass. In the meantime, while we have been here, I've been able to prioritize making stained glass art, which is something I started almost a year ago, close to the day that I started. I think I started like August 19th or 20th was the first stained glass piece I ever did. So we're getting close to my 1 year mark, and I have made it a goal to actually put together a collection of my pieces and a website and try to sell some of my work in the next couple months. In the last vlog, I made a stained glass butterfly that was very colorful, very vibrant, and I would say that is my go-to aesthetic. That's kind of my preference. I like really colorful, really vibrant things, but I thought it would be fun to try to challenge myself to make something a little bit different and a little bit out of my comfort zone today. So I drew up a new sketch yesterday of like a crow raven piece, and it's going to be a little bit darker, a little bit moodier. I picked out my glass colors already, and I actually made all of my rough cuts for the glass. So I'm hoping today and tomorrow I can do the glass grinding and the foiling and the soldering, and hopefully it will be done tomorrow afternoon. I do also just want to say, this might be a little rambly, but if you are somebody who originally found me and my videos and my content for the travel aspect, the videos I've made of us going to national parks or just driving across the country and seeing exciting new places and things, and you are now seeing me through this more stationary chapter where I'm prioritizing creative pursuits, I just want to say thank you for seeing me through this phase as well. It's obviously not like my preference to be kind of dependent on an RV park for safety and comfort. I do obviously intend to travel a lot more once it cools down, but this is just what days look like for us right now. So thank you if you are being patient with me. And I know stained glass art is, for some of you, like the last thing in the world that you care about, but I very much appreciate you guys seeing me through different chapters of my journey, even the ones that are more sedentary and less adventurous than others. So that being said, I think I need to finish up my coffee, quit blabbing, and actually start working on something.
I don't want another lover of a pixelated dream, a barren burning wasteland where nobody can be seen. I only wanna have you as a river does a creek, drinking up the other and bending beneath. I don't wanna see another through a muddy window pane, hearing only fables and giving people names. I only wanna have you in a common kind of way, finches in the morning and the sounds of a night train. Easy come, easy go, make it easy to be known. Easy come, easy go, make it easy to be known. I don't want another lover of a version of myself. I've memorized the dances. I won't ask you for your help.
You guys, my next door neighbor here has 2 kittens, and sometimes while I'm out here working on my stained glass, they sit in the window and they just watch me work. Oh my god, what a dream. Hi. Hello. Oh my goodness.
Easy come, easy go, make it easy to be known. Easy come, easy go, make it easy to be known.
Oh my gosh, it is so hot outside. I'm dying out there, you guys. I just came in for a water break. I finished grinding all of the glass pieces, which is great. Fun fact, something to note, I don't know if you guys can tell how incredibly dirty my sleeves are, but that was something I thought was interesting. I've never worked with really dark colored glass before, and it makes the water in the glass grinder a lot murkier and a lot darker, so it has gotten all over my clothes. I'm sure that it's gonna wash out in the laundry, but just something to note if it applies to you at all. It probably doesn't. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get all of the normal pieces copper foiled tonight, but the mirrored pieces I need to seal first so that they don't get mirror rot, which means I need to do a coat of clear nail polish on the edges of all of them, and then I'm gonna seal the backs with a spray sealer that I've never actually used before, so that's a little scary for me. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but I'm gonna spray like 3 to 4 coats of that, let it dry overnight, and then I'm gonna have to copper foil the mirrors tomorrow before soldering. So I gotta hurry up because I am quickly losing daylight and stamina.
step. You don't have to wait. Lose that breath. You don't gotta change. Stay on the road, won't you? Stay on the road, you're doing fine. Stay on the road, won't you? Stay on the road, it'll work in time. Don't trust that voice, just let her speak. You got a choice, just let it be. Stay on the road, won't you? Stay on the road, you're doing fine. Stay on the road, won't you? Stay on the road, it'll work in time. Stay on the road. Ooh. Stay on the road. Stay on the road, won't you? Stay on the road, you're doing fine. Stay on the road, won't you? Stay on the road, it'll work in time. Stay on the road.
Shut up! The entire assembly will stay 5 hours after school and copy from the dictionary.
This is already my second coffee of the day. I am so tired today, you guys. I could have slept hours later than I actually did. I think just from being out in the sun all day yesterday, I'm always so tired the following morning. But I finished copper foiling all of the non-mirrored pieces last night. I watched Matilda while I did it, which such a good movie. I'm sure most of you have seen it, but if you haven't, it's on Netflix right now, and that's like a nostalgic childhood classic for me. And then this morning I woke up early to copper foil the mirrored pieces after letting them dry fully overnight. So now the piece is taped up and ready to go. This is the back of it, obviously, but I'm really excited to see how this one's gonna turn out. I am hoping to have this totally finished by the end of today. I'm gonna guess that soldering will take me about 3 hours. Make your guess mentally of whether you think I'm gonna be over or under 3 hours, but let's hope everything goes well and goes to plan.
Where did the time go? How do we move so far away? Holding on, how much can we both take when love is an echo? I can't hear what you're saying when love is an echo. I can't hear what you're saying.
Well, it was definitely over. It was over 3 hours by a long shot, you guys. It was actually more like 5.5 hours, but to be fair, that included soldering, washing, polishing, and then attaching chains and things to the piece. But it is totally finished. What do you guys think? I am surprised how much I like it, actually. And this little charm detail was kind of a little experiment for me. I'm mentally playing around with the idea of having customizable elements to my stained glass pieces. So if in the future I ever do pre-order sales, it would be so fun for people to be able to choose their additional features. So you could choose whatever color or type of charm you wanted to have on the piece. I don't know. It's just obviously a very simple iteration of a concept that I'm trying to brainstorm, but I'm very happy that this is finished. I really like how it turned out. Let me know if this piece is more your style or if you prefer the colors that I typically stick to. I will not take offense to either answer. But it is like 6:30, so you guys know what time it is. It is Olive's outdoor adventure. She has been so incredibly patient with me all day today, so I think it is time for her outdoor reward exploration.
Shipwreck in the dark, far from the harbor, far from the start. In a storm, I lost my sails, I lost all direction, caught in the veil. I didn't know love till you found me. I didn't know love, lost in the sea. I didn't know love till you found. I didn't know love till you set me free. Didn't know love. Didn't know love.
I do very much appreciate you guys and the community that you are. Oh my god, there's so many ants in my coffee. Oh no, please don't drink it. How you doing, Mr. Frog? Whoa, oh my god.